Welcome back, everybody. Go ahead and grab your Bibles and turn to Genesis chapter 9. I'm going to try and get through 9, 10, and 11 today. And the reason for doing 3 instead of 2 is because 10 and 11 is largely the begats. And if it wasn't important on some level, it wouldn't be in the Bible. That being said, anybody who's not a Hebrew genealogist that says that the begats is riveting stuff is lying to you. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and try and get through that today. So bear with me, because lots of Hebrew names and it gets a little repetitive. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump right in. Chapter 9. And Elohim blessed Noah and his sons, and said to them, Be fruitful and increase, and fill the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you is on every beast of the earth, on every bird of the heavens, on all that creeps on the ground, and on all the fish of the sea. Into your hand they have been given. Every creeping creature that lives is food for you. I have given you all as I gave the green plants. But do not eat flesh with its life, its blood. But only your blood, for your lives I require. From the hand of every beast I require it, and from the hand of man. From the hand of every man's brother I require the life of man. Now let's pause real quick, because that translation is a little weird to me, and I had to read another translation to kind of make sense of that for verse 5. And I will require the blood of anyone who takes another person's life. If a wild animal kills a person, it must die. And anyone who murders a fellow human must die. So that's just another translation for you, just to kind of make sense of things, because I know that I had to look at that a couple times. I was like, wait, what exactly did that say? Anyway, verse 6. Whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood is shed. For in the image of Elohim he has made man. As for you, be fruitful and increase. Bring forth teemingly in the earth, and increase in it. And Elohim spoke to Noah and to his sons with him, saying, And I establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you, and with every living being that is with you, of the birds, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, of all that go out of the ark, every beast of the earth. And I shall establish my covenant with you, and never again is all flesh cut off by the waters of the flood. And never again is there a flood to destroy the earth. And Elohim said, This is the sign of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living thing that it is with you, for all generations to come. I shall set my rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be for the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. And it shall be, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the rainbow shall be seen in the cloud. And I shall remember my covenant which is between me and you and every living being of all flesh, and never again let the waters become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the rainbow shall be in the cloud, and I shall see it, to remember the everlasting covenant between Elohim and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. And Elohim said to Noah, This is the sign of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth. And the sons of Noah who went out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham was the father of Kenan. These These three were the sons of Noah, and all the earth was overspread from them. And Noah, a man of the soil, began and planted a vineyard. And he drank of the wine and was drunk, and became uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Kenan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers outside. So Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father. But their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine, and he knew what his younger son had done to him. And he said, Cursed is Kenan, let him become a servant of servants to his brothers. And he said, Blessed be Yahuwah, the Elohim of Shem, and let Kenan let Kenan become his servant. Let Elohim enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Kenan become his servant. Now, real quick pause there. I don't know 100% for certain, but I seem to recall hearing something that the oral traditions talk about Ham didn't just see Noah's nakedness. He did something to him. But don't quote me on that. I do not recall exactly. And I just wanted to bring that up because, just Ham seeing his father's nakedness doesn't really seem, to me anyway, to be justification for cursing, Ham's son Kenan, and making him a servant of his uncles. But anyway, that's just point of interest there. And again, I don't know enough about that to really speak too much about it, but I just seem to recall that there was a little more to it. And that is kind of one thing about the Bible. It does sometimes tends to be kind of the bones of the story, whereas the oral traditions used to be kind of the meat that filled everything in. So anyway, again, just a point of interest there. Let's continue on. Verse 28. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. So all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. Chapter 10. And this is the genealogy of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And the sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth were Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Yawan, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Terez. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Riphath, and Togarmah. And the sons of Yawan, Elisha, and Tarshish, and Kittim, and Dadanim. From these, the coastland peoples of the nations were separated into their lands, everyone according to his language, according to their clans, and into their nations. And the sons of Ham were Cush, and Mitzrayim, and Put, and Kenan. And the sons of Cush were Seba, and Havilah, and Sabta, and Ramah, and Sabteka. And the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush brought forth Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one on the earth. And he was a mighty hunter before Yahuwah. Therefore it is said, like Nimrod, the mighty hunter before Yahuwah. And the beginning of his reign was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. From that land he went to Ashur and built Nineveh and Rehoboth and Keilah, and Resen between Nineveh and Keilah, the great city. And Mitzrayim brought forth Ludim and Anamim and Lehabim and Nephtuhim and Pathruzim and Casluhim, from whom came the Philistines, and Caphtorim. Sorry, I know. All the Hebrew names today. Like I said, the begats, dude. And Kenan brought forth Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, and the Jebusite, and the Amorite, and the Girgashite, and the Hivite, and the Arkite, and the Sinite, and the Arvadite, and the Semirite, and the Hamathite, and afterward the clans of the Canaanites were spread abroad. And the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon as you go toward Gerar, as far as Azah, and as you go towards Sedom, or Sodom, I believe, as in Sodom and Gomorrah. As you go towards Sedom and Amorah, and Admah and Seboyim, as far as Lasha. These were the sons of Ham according to their clans, according to their languages, in their lands, in their nations. And also to Shem, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth, the elder, children were born. The sons of Shem: Elam, and Ashur, and Arpachshad, and Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram were Uts, and Hul, and Gether, and Mash. And Arpachshad brought forth Shelah, and Shelah brought forth Eber, and to Eber were born two sons. The name of one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided. And his brother's name was Yoktan. And Yoktan brought forth Almodad and Shelef, and Marveth, and Yarah. Holy crap, these people had a lot of kids. They need to find a new hobby, I think, is what they needed to do. And Hadoram, and Uzal, and Diklah, and Obal, and Abiamel, and Sheba, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Yobab. All these were the sons of Yoktan. And their dwelling place was from Mesha as you go toward Sephar, a mountain of the east. And these were the sons of Shem according to their clans, according to their languages, in their lands, according to their nations. These were the clans of Noah, according to their generations, in their nations. And from these the nations were divided on the earth after the flood. And all the earth had one language and one speech. And it came to be, as they set out from the east, that they found a plain in the land to the east. And it came to be, as they set out from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said to each other, Come, let us make bricks, and bake them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and they had asphalt for mortar. And they said, Come, let us build ourselves a city, and a tower whose top is in the heavens, and make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered over all the face of the earth. And Yahweh came down to see the city and the tower which the sons of men had built. And Yahweh said, Look, they are one people, and they all have one language, and this is what they begin to do. And now they are not going to be withheld from doing whatever they plan to do. Come, let us go there and confuse their language, so that they do not understand one another's speech. And Yahweh scattered them from there over the face of all the earth, and they left off building the city. That is why its name is called Babel, because there Yahweh confused the language of all the earth, and from there Yahweh scattered them over the face of all the earth. This is the genealogy of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and brought forth Arpachshad 2 years after the flood. And after he brought forth Arpachshad, Shem lived 500 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Arpachshad lived 35 years and brought forth Shelah. And after he brought forth Shelah, Arpachshad lived 403 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Shelah lived 30 years and brought forth Eber. And after he brought forth Eber, Shelah lived 403 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Eber lived 34 years and brought forth Peleg. And after he brought forth Peleg, Eber lived 430 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Peleg lived 30 years and brought forth Reu. And after he brought forth Reu, Peleg lived 209 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Reu lived 32 years and brought forth Serug. I think that's how you say it. And after he brought forth Serug, Reu lived 207 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Serug lived 30 years and brought forth Nahor. And after he brought forth Nahor, Serug lived 200 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Nahor lived 29 years and brought forth Terah. And after he brought forth Terah, Nahor lived 119 years and brought forth sons and daughters. And Terah lived 70 years and brought forth Abram, Nahor, and Haran. And this is the genealogy of Terah. Terah brought forth Abram, Nahor, and Haran brought forth Lot. And Haran died before his father Terah in the land of his birth, in Ur-Kasdim. And Abram and Nahor took wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife... Sorry, there's a deer. And the name of Nahor's wife, Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah, and the father of Yiscah. And Sarai was barren, she had no child. And Terah took his son Abram, and his grandson Lot, son of Haran, and his daughter-in-law Sarai, his son Abram's wife, and they went out with them from Ur-Kasdim to go to the land of Canaan. And they came to Haran and dwelt there. And the days of Terah came to be 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. And that's chapter 11, and I think that's at least most of the begats, and hopefully not too many more Hebrew names for a little while. So anyway, if you guys are enjoying the videos, I ask you to do the algorithm things, like the video, drop a comment down below, subscribe to the channel. Again, not because I want to have a huge channel or anything like that, but because I want to try and get the word of God spread as far and wide as possible, because the world be crazy, and let's face it, we all need God, and we know it. So anyway, thanks for watching.